Morning, everybody. How you doing? Welcome back to the Spurs Talk Show. I'm Sean Butler. There's Bugsy Malone. She's waiting to pretend like she wants to go swimming. She doesn't really. I hope you're all happy and healthy doing the things that you love with the people that you love doing them with. Please do me a favour, guys. Smash the like button for me on the video, like you always do. Smash the subscribe on the channel if you haven't already. We're just about at 12k. And that means that there's 12,000 Tottenham fans that have gone before you. Welcome back to all of those. Welcome to the new. Drop the notification bell button a little squeeze, and also leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on today's topics. The game yesterday, guys, we lost 3-2, largely irrelevant. The only thing about that winds me up is that it's against West Ham and there's small bragging rights, but you know, it doesn't make any difference. What's really important is to see the kind of transitions, see how much work has been done and whether or not there was early signs of things to grab hold of and be excited about. And boy, were there. 73% possession, give or take 30 goals or 30 shots on target. I mean, the on the ball stuff was absolutely phenomenal to watch. I'll quickly run through the positives. Manor Solomon was worried if he was going to be a one-trick pony, always stepping in on the right hand side and shooting with his right foot. He did do that a few times. He actually, almost scored with a wonderful shot in the first half. But he didn't just show that. He also showed his willingness to get down the left. He collaborated well with Reguilon doing 1-2s. And James Maddison as well. It was very interesting. Like to see it. Really good debut from him. James Maddison, I thought was interesting. I don't think he necessarily had too many sort of memorable moments, but what I did notice a lot of the time was he was interchanging positions with Solomon, with Decky in that first half. Whenever one would come in, he'd go and fill out on the outside. That kind of dynamism, that fluidity, I think is going to be very interesting. It's going to be hard to pick him up, especially if Harry Kane is still in the team in front as well. It gives the opposition more things to think about. And yeah, very, very interesting. I thought Bissouma was really good in the six. I'll be, if you've been watching this channel, I've been concerned about whether he has everything that's needed to play the requirements of the six in the Postecoglou system. On the ball, I thought he was brilliant. Didn't really see too much of him being challenged defensively when West Ham sort of broke away. I don't think he was responsible for any of the goals, and the breakaway that happened in the second half, he wasn't on the pitch for. So time will tell. But as an early indication, he was very, very impressive in that role. I thought he was sensational, in fact. Any other takeaways from the first half? Not really. I thought that Kane was fairly mooted. I felt like the centre backs. We'll come to the problems in a minute. Second half comes in, brand new team. Listen, I thought Pape Sarr was excellent in the 8. I thought Lo Celso was man of the match, arguably man of the match. I thought he was really, really good. Took his goal with ease, and maybe he's got some questions need to be asked now around whether or not he might want to stay. I don't think he necessarily does. I don't think he likes Tottenham, but look, if he's going to play an important role, or could play an important role, and the system, the style will suit him, he's got that ability to put the perfect weight on passes. And it was very, very interesting to see. Took me by surprise. I didn't really think he had it in him, but it'd be interesting to see what happens as the rest of the pre-season goes on. Very impressive from him. Destiny Udogie, I think we got the real deal in him. Big, tall, strong, fast, young, enthusiastic, speaks very well of the coach. Scored a goal as well. The height thing is important, especially when I looked around the first half and you had Reguilon, Porro, Skip, Solomon and Maddison, all of them beneath 5'9". Half your team, if half your team are going to struggle in a lineup to get onto many roller coasters, then you're going to face a lot of threats in the air against teams that have that physicality dominance, and it's a worry. But players like Destiny Udogie coming in and help to rebalance that, and hopefully we can obviously get a couple of centre backs, which we'll talk about shortly. Yeah, look, obviously the disappointments from yesterday, I don't have to really call it out. Our ability to finish with Richarlison, I mean, You know how I feel about him. I'm not going to bang on about it. It's no surprise. I think the guy is completely devoid of any confidence, but his decision making is always questionable. His ability to stay on side is ridiculous. And, you know, I struggle to see how we're going to really cope with him up front as our number 9 if Harry Kane is to depart. Another disappointment would actually be Harry Kane, if I'm entirely honest, guys. I didn't think he looked like he cared when he was on in the first half. It's interesting that Postecoglou didn't bring him out. He brought out Sonny for the post-match, for the pre-match press conference. It's interesting that none of the Spurs play team, they gave interviews to basically 3 or 4 of the team, but not Harry Kane. Obviously they're shielding and protecting him from mainstream journalists. That much is understandable. But with Spurs play, you could have at least controlled the conversation. I don't believe he got on and did any interviews even with them. So look, you haven't got to be a genius to know why that is. He doesn't want to ask or be asked difficult questions. He doesn't want to give difficult answers. I think it tells its own tale to me. I really think it does. But whatever, we'll move on from that one because I hate talking about it. Other disappointments, well, they're not disappointments because disappointments are based on some level of expectation, but Japhet Tanganga was bullied all day long in the left side. No good defensively. Positional awareness for the headers was terrible. Serge Reguilon, terrible defensively. You can make an argument that he collaborated well with Solomon offensively, but that's about it. And yeah, the same issues exist with the defensive side. I think Romero was okay, but a little bit anonymous, if I'm honest. I don't really remember him doing too much in either event. Pedro Porro, defensively, not great. Was asleep for the corner kick. Going forward, didn't do too much either. There's a not great performance from him. And then in the second half, you've also got to look at the role of Davinson Sanchez and Emerson Royale to a degree for that through ball. The anticipation wasn't there. Like the same issue, the issues are obviously there for everyone to see. We need to go and sign a couple of centre backs and good ones, and we'll see what happens. Ollie Skip playing in the 8. I thought the role of Ollie Skip was interesting. I thought he got himself into good positions. He linked up play very well, but when he got up into the advanced position in the first half, he didn't do much. He didn't know what to do. I think he lacks that kind of calm presence of mind when he's in front of goal. But look, we move on. We've got Leicester on Sunday. Should be interesting to see what happens if Ndombele's fit again. The takeaways you could make. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention Alfie Devine as well. I thought Alfie Devine was really good. Looked absolutely at ease. Didn't shock me at all that he could step up. And I think he didn't look like a fish out of water. It didn't look like a level 2 strong for him. He wasn't spectacular, but he looked absolutely fine. And I'd like to see more from him. I'd like to see a lot more from him going forward. Could be an easy position to fill up one of those kind of youth places that then takes up the homegrown talent. So I think he counts as homegrown. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Listen, I was going to tell you about all the transfer news, views and clues, but considering I'm already gone for about 9 minutes, I will save that for a second video that will be coming out very quickly after this one. Let me know your thoughts, guys. How enthusiastic were you about the result, or the performance rather, not the result? And is there anything that you'd like to see? For me, the only other question mark is about Vicario. A lot of people are saying they're underwhelmed by his performance. I didn't think he was responsible for the 2 goals that happened. The 3rd goal he wasn't on the pitch for. I think he made a really good save down low from Jarrod Bowen. It wasn't a commanding performance for his debut, but look at the players that were in front of him. You know, I don't think you can blame the goalkeeper for those mistakes. I think they were very much on the back 4. Lots to work on, guys. Lots of positives, only a few negatives, but hopefully all of those negatives are very much in the zeitgeist of the people at Tottenham Hotspur, and that decisions will be made very quickly regarding the futures of players like Tanganga, Sanchez, maybe Eric Dyer, maybe Ben Davies, and that will bring 2 or 3 in and they will come in very quickly. Let's hope so. Like, subscribe and comment, guys, and as always, bye bye.